New Orleans Saints, Pelicans. The Sports Den Show on once again. The Sports Den Show on once again. Saturday night with LSU. We got a great show just for you. We got a great show just for you. 678 559 9510 is the call text line with your host David King. The Sports Den Show got everything. The Sports Den Show got everything. The Sports Den Show got everything.
Three-man rush. Randall. Throws it as far as he can. I do not believe it. The Tigers pulled off another miracle. It was Demery Henderson who got it on the last play of the game. Now Warren Morgan. Shotgun puts Holly in motion, looks at his direction, and he's picked off! It's picked off! And Tracy Porter again! He's running free! He's tangled all the way! He's got stretched! It is a state touchdown! 70 yards on the return! Get ready to party with the Lombardi, New Orleans! It's already started. I'll promise you, my friend. The miracle in Miami has happened. The Saints have won the Super Bowl.
Welcome and congratulations to the 2009 Super Bowl champions, the New Orleans Saints. The pride that has made us proud. We have always been proud, and it's the pride of winning attitude that transcript has made us want the nation to know who we were and where we were. And this is what you got. Saying I'm still in the house and stand here, the attitude is good. I don't know. Winning is the name of the game. They're going to see that fun together, and you got to get this. All right, let's have the crowd. Let's go. Come on, everybody.
And welcome to the Sports Den Show, everybody. I am your host, David King, and you are in my den. We can talk about the New Orleans Pelicans. We can talk about the LSU Tigers. Today, we're going to talk about our New Orleans Saints. I mean, we can talk about all the teams that we love to cheer for from the state of Louisiana, because this is what this show represents. This is what this show represents. All the teams from the state of Louisiana. And we're going to keep on doing it until we just can't do it anymore. I am your host, David King. And if you're at home, your Monday is over with. If you're stuck at work, well, hey, I'm here to entertain you for another hour as we talk about the Saints preseason win yesterday. Well, a lot of y'all probably got a chance to see the clips that happened today. Hopefully nobody was blinded by it. Hopefully everybody had their shades and they was able to be safe when looking at the eclipse. But you know what? The eclipse was nice and everything. A once in a lifetime opportunity to see some kind of nature. But you know what? There was a Saints defense sighting last night. That's what I want to talk about. That's what I care more about. Clips are great, but there was a Saints sighting or defense last night. Mike Perplexity, he said, "What's up, player?" I said, "What's up, Mike? What's going on, Mike?" Man, I'm going to tell you what. First of all, it's relief to be able to say that the Saints broke the preseason losing streak. I mean, yeah, it's great. It's not no big deal that they did. break the losing streak, but
be able to say the Saints broke the preseason losing thing.
You still want to be able to go into the preseason, and you still want to be able to start the season on a winning note. You always want to start on a winning note, and when you can start on a winning note, then that carries over into the season, and that's what the Saints did last night. Now I'm going to tell you something. The Saints defense looked good against the Cleveland Browns last weekend. They looked good. You know, when you finish watching the game, you say, well, there are some positive things I can say about the Saints defense. But last night, them boys came to play. That defense came to play. And when I finished watching that game, I'm sitting here saying to myself, man, if the Saints defense can perform like that through the regular season on a consistent basis, I might pick them to go undefeated. Y'all might say I'm crazy. I'm going to pick them to go undefeated. If that defense can put on a pass rush back like they did yesterday with the linebackers and defensive line, I don't care who you got in the secondary. The Saints will shut teams down, and we will be blowing people out. Matter of fact, if it wasn't for the pick six, the Saints defense did their job. They shut out San Diego's offense. But, you know, when Nash's pick six, then that kind of make the scoreboard, you know, look a little different. But that's okay. The defense did their job. So, here are some of the players that really stood out to me on the Saints defense last night. First of all, I got to say something. I was kind of getting on Manti Te'o's case, you know, ever since he's been signing with the Saints. But the man played lights out last night. I don't know if he saw his imaginary girlfriend and got mad or what happened to him. The man came to play 7 tackles and a nice sack to go along with it, plus a fumble recovery. Manti Te'o came to play. He was my defensive MVP last night. He really was. He was my defensive MVP last night. Now, the play of the game on the defense to me, well, it was 1A and 1B. 1A was the strip by Sterling Moore and the recovery by Manti Te'o, because if you remember, San Diego was in the red zone. Looked like they was on their way to scoring, but they threw a little wide receiver screen, and Sterling Moore got his hand in there, stripped the ball, and the Saints came up with a turnover inside the red zone. So big ups to Sterling Moore for that big strip, and also Manti Te'o for the recovery. But 1B has got to be Okafor. Alex Okafor, man, he put a sack on Clemens. I didn't think the boy's going to get up. That was a monster sack. I mean, it kind of reminisced me about when Joe Montana did to Joe Theismann. Joe Theismann, but that particular hit. But man, I'm telling you something. I'm really, really excited. The Saints, I mean, we won preseason. Yeah, he came away with some hope. Last night, ooh wee. That's all I can say is ooh wee. So let's go to the Sports Den call line. Let's go to Mike from Plaquemine. Mike, what's going on, Mike?
Not too much, player. You know, you're right on that. The defense came to play last night. You know, but here's something else that, you know, you didn't expect. They only gave up 66 yards rushing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Good point, Mike.
You know, they've been having, for a couple of years now, they've been having problems stopping the run. And they pretty much stopped the run.
Uh-huh.
They pretty much stopped the run on Sunday night. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. But, you know, we're talking about players here. You know, you're talking about, first off, obviously, someone was up with, because it seemed like they knew what plays that San Diego was going to run before they ran them.
Okay. I didn't pick that up, but.
It was like they were in their huddle, you know. They knew they were going to run the ball when they're going to run the ball, and they knew they were going to pass the ball when they're going to pass the ball. I mean, it's like, okay, yeah, they started completing some passes later on, but they just couldn't do anything for a long period of time. San Diego, and that's what you want to see. But here's the deal, you know, when we were talking about, and we were talking about, you know, the guys that got in the draft, and we were talking about, you know, we looked at this guy or that guy, and we saw, okay, we talked about Hendrickson, but no, the guy that, Hendrickson played all right, but the guy that's playing off his feet right now, and he played off his feet last week, was Al-Quad Muhammad.
Yeah. He had. I think he had like a sack and a half. Yeah, he had a sack and a half. You're right.
Right, God. Not only did he have a sack and a half, but he had three full pressures. You know.
Yeah.
The guy can rush the passer, and we said this when they drafted him, after they drafted him, and I think I said it to you. I said, look, there's a reason why the University of Miami, recruited him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And had he been allowed to play, there's no doubt in my mind watching his play, that he would have been one of these guys that, instead of being a 7th round draft pick, he might very well have been a 3rd or 2nd round draft pick, because those are the type of skills that he's showing right now.
Yeah, exactly. And I see it too. You're right.
Right, and that's the thing. And look, I mean, the linebackers played just amazing.
Yes, they sure did. I mean, Teo.
As Alone keeps playing like this, they're gonna have to put him on the field. They're gonna have to make him a starter. Now, granted, they want to play some three safety alignments sometimes, but they're gonna have to find a way to play Anzalone on the field if he keeps showing that he could be in the he gave up a play here or there, but on the whole right now he doesn't give up anything, you know.
I agree with you. The linebackers as a whole played a very, very outstanding game. Teo, Klein had a lot of. He had some pressures as well. Muhammad, I think he did very well. I mean, the defense as a whole played good, and the reason why I like to see the defense play like that is obvious. Our cornerback's position is our weakest link in the defense. With the Saints playing defense like that, that enables us to cover up our weakness.
And that's the thing now. Granted, Damian Swan improved some. We just got to find a way to keep that guy healthy if he's going to show that he can improve some as a cornerback. And we got Devontae Harris and Crawley and P.J. Williams.
Yeah, P.J. Williams, he had him a nice little hit last night too. Nice little breakup hit.
That's right. And look, what's his name's hurt again. Our first round draft pick, he's hurt again, and we don't know, is it 4 to 6 weeks for Delvin Breaux?
Yeah.
Whatever. But I think we're pretty much fine right now at cornerback right now.
I like your optimism, Mike.
I want to get on the field, but I think right now we're pretty much fine at cornerback. And safety is another problem, but Marcus Williams and Carterville and a guy from Texas there.
Yeah, Kenny Vaccaro. He had a nice sack too.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be fine with those three guys. You know.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, you know what? Especially if the Saints could continue to put pressure on the quarterback like they did last night. Yeah, that'll be fine. They'll be fine, and we'll just see, you know, if they could just continue to keep it up. You know, they can continue to keep up that pass rush like they did, and shut down the run. If the front seven continues to play well, then the Saints are gonna win a whole lot of games this year. That's the key.
Yeah, and that is the big key. But here's something else to think about. You know, I mean, we're always saying, well, what about Kobe Taylor and all that stuff on the offense? Can he catch some bombs? The problem with that is, look at how good the receivers are playing right now.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I mean, I know that he's the tight end to be like both Peyton and Bridges like the tight end.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a guy in Michael Thomas that's going to catch 100 passes this year, I think he can do it. I think he can catch 100, maybe 105 passes each year. And
yeah.
You've got Snead, and you've got Tommy Lewis, and you've got Coleman. So, I mean, I don't see where and you know, Kamara is coming out of the backfield.
Yeah.
So, I don't see where, you know, there's going to be an awful lot of balls to go to the tight end.
Yeah. And you know what? Speaking of Kamara switching to the offensive side of the game, Kamara proved to me, and I already knew it. I've been saying this ever since the night they drafted him. Kamara showed that he can run between the tackles. Now, a lot of people have been saying, well, Kamara just going to be the Reggie Bush, you know, clone, where he just passes out the backfield, some screens here like that. No. Kamara can run between tackles. I seen that when I watched Tennessee against Georgia, and he had a couple of good runs against Bama, too, between the tackles. Kamara, to me, right now, he's my number 2 running back behind Adrian Peterson.
Yeah, you're right. And the thing about that is, you look at Kamara versus Reggie Bush. Reggie Bush was, you know, early on in his career, Reggie Bush was 205 pounds, maybe.
Yeah.
Kamara's like 215, 218,
yes.
something
yes.
like that.
Yes.
So he's 10 pounds heavier at the same point in his NFL career than Bush was at that point, you know.
Uh-huh.
And that's the thing. And look, I'm looking at, you gotta have of course he's gonna protect, we're gonna hand Ingram the ball some, you know, because it seems like he's a guy at some points, but Kamara's gonna get his.
Yeah.
Peterson's gonna get his.
Yes.
You know, and I mean, I kind of at some point expect that Ingram's gonna disappear for a long stretch.
Ingram is gone. I'm going to tell you right now, Ingram is gone. This is his last year in New Orleans. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm making that prediction right now.
All right, and look, they got two young guys that probably going to end up on the practice squad this year, in Edmonds and Darius,
Victor? Yeah, Victor.
Yeah, Darius Victor, that they'll probably put those two guys on the practice squad, but it's going to be hard for them to keep them on the team. Because look, first off, Darius Victor is a freaking bowling ball.
Yeah.
5'7", 230 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
That guy is a bowling ball.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's nothing for you to tackle on him.
Yeah, it's true. When I was watching him last night, yeah, he was getting through the line. He was busting through the line, you know. I mean, hey, he had a couple of runs of I think maybe 10 or 12, maybe a couple of 11-yard runs, something like that. And yeah, well, one thing is you can notice it. Obviously, you notice that he doesn't have the top end speed. But here's the thing: if you can come in and get 5 or 6 yards and catch the ball in the backfield in the Sean Payton system, then hey, you're gonna be on the team. And I think that's kind of what separates Victor from Ingram. They're both kind of the same running back, big, heavy, bruising back. But I don't know. Victor hasn't been tested as far as catching the ball in the backfield, but Ingram has, and he's not productive in the passing game. And if Victor can prove to be productive in the passing game, it's a wrap for Ingram.
Right, and that's the thing now. The other guy, Edmonds, is taller.
Yeah.
Like 6'1", and he got a little bit more speed. But look, you say he doesn't have you say Victor doesn't have the top end speed, but neither did Chris Ivory, and neither did some of the other running backs that we brought in. And they were still successful guys.
Uh-huh.
And there were times when Chris Ivory was here and Ingram was here that, well, why isn't Ivory playing ahead of Ingram? Because Ingram just, Ingram was Ingram, and that was the case. And I mean, there's going to be a tough decision to be made with, particularly Victor, because that guy can play.
Yeah.
That guy can play, and we've seen it happen before where teams will quote hide end quote players.
Uh-huh.
On the or all of a sudden, after 3 games, all of a sudden somebody gets a groin injury or a phantom groin injury or phantom hamstring injury, and he's gone for the year.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's problem because if Victor keeps playing the way he's playing, they're gonna have to do something because somebody's gonna pick Victor up.
Yeah, you best believe they will. And to me right now, I'm putting Mark Ingram on a trade block right now. I'm just being honest. Mark Ingram has had his chance here at in New Orleans. He's had his share for starting. Yes, great. He had the 1,000-yard season last year, but that's the only year he's really kind of been productive. He was still number 11 on the rushing list in the league. And that's still a reason why Drew Brees still had to throw the ball 30 or 40 times a game, because maybe the coaches didn't feel comfortable with constantly giving him the ball. So I think when it's all said and done, if I'm Sean Payton, I'm putting Mark Ingram on a trade block right now, seeing what's the highest draft pick I can get. Can I get a second round? Can I get a third and fourth round for him? I'm shopping them right now, because you got to build up this backfield right now. You're gonna have some more good running backs coming out next year. Adrian Peterson is probably gonna have one more year. You got to shop Mark Ingram right now before teams get cooled off about him. Right now, you got Kamara. Kamara's been proving he's a do-everything back. He's probably going to be the future running back for the New Orleans Saints. And it just all points to just Mark Ingram being the man out this year.
Right, and think about it. We've got Mark Ingram, who is, 28 years old. You got, Peterson, who you only got 32, but you can get maybe 2 years out of him. And you got, there's the other guy that's been here 6 or 7 years that has been on and off the roster.
Oh, Cadet.
Yeah. And those 3 guys have been here a while.
Yeah.
And whereas you get Kamara, you get Victor, and you get Edmonds, and possibly somebody else next year draft. So that's going to happen. But now my question is what's up? I mean, I guess it's preseason for the officials, but 14 or 15 or 16 penalties total. in the game last night?
Yeah. Let's see. I think the Saints only had. The Saints had like 6 penalties. But you know what? Those penalties came like late in the game. But I think it was well into the third quarter. The Saints only had 1 penalty, and that was a pass interference call. But yeah, those came late in the game. So it might be the officials. It might be just guys who, the 4th and 3rd string guys that's just, trying to do hustle plays to get into, get a roster spot or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, they were throwing a lot of flags at the end of the game yesterday for the Saints.
No, actually, Ramczyk had a couple penalties. He had holding penalties, and that's another thing. That's some of those holding penalties on both sides for both teams were penalties that I just didn't see them.
Yeah.
I just didn't see them.
Yeah, when they showed the replay of that Ramczyk hold, even the announcer said, "Well, I've seen more holding than that on the play." So I don't know.
I mean, and we can argue about what can be considered a penalty and things of that nature, and there's the pass interference penalty.
Yeah.
And how it's enforced. I mean, I don't fault the officials for enforcing the penalty and how it's enforced. This whole thing about spotting the foul and stuff like that. I just wish they changed it from spotting the foul to what it is in college, like 15 yards or whatever it is. And I don't like the fact that it's automatic.
Yeah.
Spot a foul plus automatic first down. No. It should be 15 yards and not automatic. And he should automatically force the offense to make the play to get the first down instead of just giving it to him. But then I got to change that. But anyway, Saints defense play. And look, let's had his 53-yard field goal.
Oh man. Yeah, he probably could have cleared that at 55 too. Yeah, it was nice and straight. No tailing, anything like that. It was a nice straight field goal. Yeah, Lutz, man, he's a good kicker. He really is a good kicker.
He's really a good kicker, and Morstead's in mid-season form right now.
Oh man, Morstead was booming them punts, man. I mean, he was booming them. But you know what, Mike? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
Getting them inside the 15, a couple of them inside the 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
And inside the 10, and that guy. I mean, I don't know. Well, you weren't doing a show back then when they drafted him, but a lot of people go, "Why would they trade up for a punter or a kicker?" Well, that's exactly what they did from Morstead. They traded up on that. The question they were asking at the time was, why did you do it? Well, it's been, 6 years, and, hey, what is he, a Pro Bowl punter, Pro Bowl kicker?
Yeah.
Pro Bowl punter?
Yeah, your punter can be used as a weapon because he can determine field position and put your defense in a great spot to make some plays.
Yeah, I mean, that guy can kick the ball, and that guy, it's not just that he can kick it far. I mean, you put him, you're at the 10-yard line. There's going to be times when the Saints are going to be stopped, and they're inside there on the territory, stick him at the 10-yard line and say, get us flip the field.
Yeah.
Like, on that situation, he's going to flip the field.
Yep, definitely. Definitely.
I mean, with a 40, 50, maybe 60-yard, they'll flip the field, and if our defense plays the way it plays, then they're not, most teams aren't going to, make those drives.
Yep, exactly. Good point. Well, Mike, hey, appreciate the call, man. Thanks as always, and good stuff. Yeah, that's a good point Mike just made. You know, when you got a opponent that can you know, control field position, then yeah, it will force offenses to have to make longer drives. And if the Saints defense can keep that pass rush going like they did against San Diego last night, then you're going to probably see a lot of 3-and-outs, 4-and-outs for the Saints defense. And then that's when the Saints is going to be able to control the game. When you got a good defense, and we are LSU fans, and we know Les Miles got away with this for years. When you have a good defense and a good running game, you can win a lot of games. In the Saints case, you're going to have a good running game, a great passing game, and a good defense. That's championship football right there. That is championship football. But there was one thing that was a concern to me, and you know me, I'm going to bring up the good, I'm going to bring up the bad. There was one thing that was kind of a concern to me, and that was the offensive line. Chase Daniels and Nassib, they took some shots. And most of those shots came up the middle. So I don't know if it was miscommunication between guard and center. Not sure what the deal was, but Nassib and Chase Daniels, they took some shots, especially after they threw the ball. They were taking shots as soon as they threw the ball. So the offensive line, I don't know. I have to go back and look at the lineup and see if the Saints started all the starters, or they just put some second string guys in for whatever, who started or what. But that was one thing I did notice, that Daniel and Nassib took some shots. But I'm telling you what though, y'all better look out. I'm gonna tell you right now, Kamara is going to be the truth. Kamara might wind up, when it's all said and done next year, Kamara might be the starter running back for New Orleans Saints next year. Look out. And I'm going to tell you right now, Mark Ingram, last season with the New Orleans Saints. You got to get rid of him right now. You got to get rid of him right now, and you can sucker somebody to giving up a couple of draft picks for him. Got to get rid of him right now. He is not the future of the Saints. He will not be productive with the Saints. You already got one running back that's already, you see, is going to be the future for the Saints in Kamara. And like Mike was saying, there are a couple of other running backs like Edmonds and Victor. You know, they can provide a good role as well. Cadet, well, we'll see. He's like Mike was saying, he's on and off the field. But you got to get rid of Ingram right now. You know, you cut your ties with this guy, because he's going to mess around and be dead money for the New Orleans Saints, and we do not need no more dead money. Get rid of him now when you can really kind of get something of value for this guy. You really can. And you can draft, you know, hey, you get a third and a fourth round draft pick. Next draft, you can draft another running back. You got Kamara in the third round. Who's to say you can't get another stud in the third round? Who's to say you can't? But I'm really happy. I was really happy to see the Saints perform last night. I'm not worried about the fact that they only scored 13 points, okay? It is what it is. You know the Saints gonna turn up in the season. Sean Payton gonna have them averaging 30-some points a game. Number 1, number 2, number 3 scoring offense in the league. We all know that's gonna happen. But it was just so encouraging to see the defense come in and play some ball. Oh man, it was good to see them play some ball. So, you know, like I said, I know that there was a clip earlier today, but there was a Saints defense sighting last night. And man, I tell you what, hey, Saints win the Super Bowl, oh, we get to experience that feeling again that we had in 2010. We get to experience that championship feeling again. I'm looking forward to getting all the Super Bowl memorabilia I can get, because the Saints, man, we love our teams, and it's nothing like having championship memorabilia when it comes to supporting our team. And speaking of memorabilia, I was talking to my friends over there at Designer Life Engineering. And they basically, you know, they just basically said, yeah, these guys right here, they said that they're already in the works of designing a Super Bowl championship memorabilia, you know, some keychains, some little, you know, things that you can put on your desk that says New Orleans Saints Super Bowl. They're already working on it. they're big time LSU Saints fans. So Pelicans fans. Well, matter of fact, I don't know if I showed y'all this or not, but here's something that they've already designed for me right here. See that? That's that New Orleans Saints keychain. They designed that for me. It's mine. Matter of fact, I've already given one away. So yeah, look them up on Facebook, Designer Life Engineering. I mean, man, they could do patent drawings. You got an idea for the for an idea to get something state of the art, you know, made that nobody never done before? Go look up Design Engineering on Facebook. They do the patent drawings. They even do the manufacturing drawings to get it made. They could do pretty much any kind of engineering work you need, drawings, assembly drawings, manufacturing drawing, product design. They even give you tips on how to even solidify your design. You know, little tidbits here and there. They do a lot of stuff. So go look up Designer Life Engineering on Facebook and tell them what you need for them to do. But going back to the Saints, though, I just think it's time for Mark Ingram to leave. It's really just that time. I mean, he's not doing nothing. Why he's not playing in the preseason, I have no idea. You know, he must be kissing some serious butt to even still be on his team. But it won't last very long. You got Kamara, you got Adrian Peterson for this season. Now's your chance to build a young stable of running backs through draft. Get a couple of picks for Mark Ingram. You can still get some quality picks and late in the draft. But the story of the day is the Saints defense. Big up to the Saints defense. Alvin Klein, Klein, Mantateo, Muhammad, you know, watch him. He had a lot of good plays, you know, just pressure. Kenny Vaccaro, man, had a good sack. You know, I mean, there were so many guys on that defense, and they looked like they came to play. They looked like they had a chip on their shoulder. Now, granted, it was the San Diego Chargers. I don't know how good San Diego is going to be, but it is the San Diego Chargers. But if the Saints front seven keeps on playing like they playing, look out, folks. Look out. Oh, one other player. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to the I don't know what he was. I don't know what he was either a linebacker or a defensive line. He was not. I think he's a linebacker, number 99, Adam Big Hill. Adam Big Hill with the big closeout interception last night. Hey, good job, man. Good job. You might not make the team, but hey, you got something to show on film for the rest of these teams. So I'm excited. The Saints showed, you know, you don't even want to say improvement, because what they showed last night was just a dominant defense. And yeah, you could technically say it was an improvement, but my gosh, you just seen a dominant defense last night. And if the Saints can carry that on, everybody better look out. Everybody better look out, because the Saints are coming to your dome. Well, I'm going to cut the show early a little bit today. Just got off the road for about 6 hours off of a 6-hour trip. That's why I didn't have the show last Thursday and Friday. I was out of town, and I just got off the road from a 6-hour trip. So I'm about to go get me a little bit of a nap and, you know, get ready to do some things this evening. So everybody, thank you for watching the Sports Den show. Continue to spread the word about the show. You know, this is a one-of-a-kind show where we exclusively only talk about the Saints. We exclusively only talk about LSU. We exclusively only talk about the New Orleans Pelicans. You know, you ain't gonna hear much about no Patriots. Oh no, you ain't gonna hear much about no Ohio State. You ain't gonna hear much about no Golden State Warriors on this show. No sir. We only gonna really focus on the teams that we love to cheer for: our Saints, our LSU Tigers, and our New Orleans Pelicans. So please, please spread the word about the show. Tell your friends, tell your family. Go to the Facebook official page of the Sports Den Show. Just search the Sports Den Show or at Sports Den Live. Like the page, follow the page, invite all your friends to like the page. go to YouTube, look for the Sports Den Show YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel so you can easily get to the show. And I'm also going to be posting some other videos that's not going to be on Facebook that I think you all are going to enjoy as well. So I want to thank everybody for watching the show. Thank you to Mailman. He joined in. Special shout out to the Mailman. He joined in a little late. Thank you, Mike, for Plackerman, as always, for joining the show as well. So I think I'm going to go out because the Saints defense played so good. The Saints defense played so good. I want to play this song right here because, you know, we coming for y'all. We coming for y'all. Y'all offenses, bring them to the dome. Bring them to the dome.
New Orleans.
Bring them to the
Just
dome.
for the diehard Saints fans, you heard
I'm a diehard Saints fan.
For a team, but I don't do that. Baby, I'm a Saints fan.
That's why I say who that.
And if you a true who that, I need you to make some noise.
Y'all true who that? I am.
If you a true who that, I need you to make
Yes,
some
sir.
noise.
I am a true who that.
Let's go, bring them to the dome.
I just want to say thank you everybody for watching the show. Tomorrow, we'll probably talk about LSU, Pelicans. I don't know who we're talking about. It's going to be a team that we love to cheer for. I am your host, David King. This is the Sports Den Show. Everybody enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a good night, sleep. Wake up tomorrow, friends. And I am out.
Bring them to the dome.
Bring them to the dome.
And we gon' get it on. And we gon' get it on. What you tell them? It's our house. 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 They wanted me to root for their team, but I don't do that. Baby, I'm a Saints fan. That's why I say who that. That's why I say who that. That's why I say who that. They wanted me to root for their team, but I don't do that. They wanted me to root for their team, but I don't do that. Baby, I'm a Saints fan. That's why I say who that. That's why I say who that. That's why I say who that. They wanted me to root for their team, but I don't do that. I'm standing here jumping, my adrenaline pumping, my heartbeat thumping. I'm ready to do something. Don't sound like a 757 chicken low. Black and gold boys ready, and we bout to break them home. And even though we playing, it's real, it's not a game. Every time we hit the field, we feel like we trying to get fame. You see that Florida lead, you best be alone. I even got one custom cut off in my ring to the dome. And we gon' get it on. Bring them to the dome. And we gon' get it on. Bring them to the dome. And we gon' get it on. And we gon' get it on. And we gon' get it on. What you tell them? It's our house. 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 It's our house.
Let's go, boy. You a Saints fan?
Man, I've been a Saints fan.
The mama, you a Saints fan? You know I'm a Saints fan. The daddy, you a Saints fan?
You know I'm a Saints fan.
Oh man, you a Saints fan?
Boy, I've been a Saints fan.
Like I said, whoever said it, come on, bring it to the door. Let's get it poppin'. Get it crackin'. We gon' show you how it go, baby. Y'all don't really want it with us, man. I'm telling you now, bro. Jamal Allen, D1. We do this for fun, baby. I said we do this for fun, baby.